when you are left in the depths, there is nowhere to swim but up. I've been there. I was in the deep, in the depths. I was drowning. I felt like I was literally drowning. I would lay there in my bed in such overwhelming despair. And these visualizations would come of me just being down at the bottom of the ocean, and I could see the sunlight up above, but I was down so far and I couldn't make myself swim up to the top. It was like being down there in that place. It was just so quiet. It was just so peaceful. It was like I liked being under there. And really what I was drowning in was an ocean of my own tears, of my own destroyed life that I believed at that time that I had. Like the end, I was grieving the end of what I had always known, or at least for 20 years. And when I was in that space, it lasted for such a long time. Sometimes I would come up for air, and it'd last for a minute or two, but it's like I would come up and I would take a breath and I would go right back down. It's like I didn't have the strength to keep myself above the water, and I would just let go and I would sink back down, and I would just sit there in that place. And this went on and on and on. Sure, I got up in the day and I did the things and I put on the face, and I would cry alone in my bathroom at night, or when I was going to bed, quietly, silently. And as I went through this, I had never felt alone before like this, even though I had friends. I had a couple friends that they got me through it, man. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be, and I don't even know how they put up with it. I don't even know how they put up with me, man. I don't even know how they did it, but what beautiful souls they are. Love them to death. For real, forever and always. But it was this drowning that was what sent me on the other side. And so I had this visualization one day. So I'm talking, this is months and months and months. This was after finding out that my husband was cheating on me, and I'd been with him forever. We had 4 kids, all the things. You guys know this. But as one day I have this visualization, and I come up and I come out of the water, and the sun is shining, and it's like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, oh, I can swim. And I go and I swim over to the shore, and I lay down on the shore, and the sun is just shining on me, and I'm just laying on the shore, and it's like, oh, I could finally breathe. I could finally breathe. And I didn't want to go back out in the water. I didn't want to go back to that place. And I wouldn't even say, I mean, I was drowning, but it didn't feel bad. It was like I was isolated. It was like I was alone, but it was so quiet down there in the bottom of the ocean that I was just surrounded. I was like I was really being hugged by this water in every direction, which maybe that was the peace that it was bringing me. But when I finally came up and I finally came on land, it was like this feeling of relief. Could you imagine what it's like if you've been drowning for friggin' however 4 months, 6 months, however long that was? I don't even know. It was a long time. And then all of a sudden you surface and you come up for air and you find a beach, and then it's warm and you get to lay in that sand and you actually get to touch the warm sand on your skin, and it was just such a wonderful feeling. But just because you're now on the beach, well, you're not living on the beach, man. I mean, some people do. But it was like, now what? Now what do I do? And so I had come to the point where I wasn't drowning anymore. But that doesn't mean I wasn't still suffering and in pain in other ways. And so I knew, okay, well, here, I got out of the water. I did it. Okay, so there's a step in the right direction. It's happening for me. And I just kept moving forward, and I never stopped. I haven't stopped. This is the thing. Once I realized all the things that I realized and gained enlightenment through many, many things, but through intentional steps that I was taking, it was like there's nowhere to go but forward. There's nowhere to go but forward. And sometimes we will get drawn back right into old feelings. So I was in a relationship, and these things would come up, and I felt like, oh, I can't say them because I'm trying to, accept this person as they are. And so through me not saying these things that were bothering me, I'm realizing, like, this person, are they even doing anything wrong? This is old triggers. This is me feeling certain ways about certain things, and me not speaking up because I'm like, either I'm accepting of this or I'm not. Was that right? Was that wrong? I don't know. But this was the visualization that came today. So we were having a circle, and it was like, you can't move forward if you're still holding on to things from the past, right? Because you're going to be dragging them with you, and it's going to make it hard. So this is the funniest visualization that came into me to date. So I've had a lot of weird things come in. So I do these Christ light circles, and we do them every day, and people are just welcome to join. They can just pop on our Zoom, and I'll channel messages specifically for whoever pops in. Like, the divine will show me things and tell me things, and I'll show and tell the people, and man, it's super helpful. But it was freaking hilarious today, which I'll post these videos probably tomorrow or within the next couple of days. I don't know what it was, man, but we could not stop laughing, and the characters that were coming through were freaking hilarious. So there was a duck that came through, and I'm like, oh, we got a duck here? What's up with this? But it was a duck that was wearing a diaper, and it wasn't like a normal duck. It was a duck with really short wings that was flapping its wings 100 miles an hour, and the very first thing that it said to me was, oh, it takes such a long time to move 2 inches. And so, like, as these visualizations come in, like, I'm not knowing where we're going with these things, right? I'm like, this is what I'm seeing. Guys, just like strap in, because I don't know what's coming next. And it's laying the groundwork. It's coming out and it's telling me what it is, but I don't know until it tells me. And so I'm seeing this duck, and he's like frantically flapping his arms and not going anywhere because his diaper's soaked. I don't know, you ever have a kid and you put a diaper on him in the pool, like, it's like this. And so he's not like going anywhere. And it was like, oh, because his diaper is all the crap. He's full of crap, and he's carrying it with him. And if you carry crap with you, you can't move anywhere. It's like, oh, it's so hard to get anywhere. I was like, okay, I see. And here's the thing about it too, is his diaper was so full, he wasn't even touching the water properly. So his wings that are flapping 700 million miles an hour, they're also not touching the water. Which is why, first thing he says to me, man, it just takes forever to get 2 inches. It's like, well, no doubt. You're wearing a friggin' weighed down diaper and your wings aren't touching the thing. I'm surprised you're moving anywhere. I'm surprised you moved the 2 inches. So anyways, this progresses, and it goes on to show me, okay, no, what happens when he takes off the diaper? Okay, when he lets go of all the crap that he's been dragging around with him, meaning the past, meaning that old stuff. Well, all of a sudden now he's at least level in the water, so his wings can touch the water. But here's the blessing of it all. At no point did he ever stop flapping his wings, even though he wasn't actually moving anywhere. So what happens? Well, now he's got really freaking strong wings, man. Really strong. And he wasn't going anywhere before. So what happens now? Well, now he's going freaking 500 miles an hour. 1,000,000 miles an hour, because he's got the strongest wings in the world, because he was still using them, but he wasn't going anywhere. And now that he finally let go of all the crap, now he can actually move. It's like, dude, I get it. That was pretty profound, coming from a duck wearing a diaper. I didn't know where we were going with that. And it led to that. And I was like, you know what? That is actually extremely profound. So we can relate to this, right? If we're holding on to those things, if we take those things from the past and we bring them forward with us, we are doing ourselves a complete disservice. Just imagine yourself wearing a diaper full of crap. That's what you're doing to yourself. So don't do it, because who would do that? Nobody would do that. I mean, you're certainly not going to go swimming. You want to go to a pool where the diaper full of crap? Probably not. You want to go in public with a diaper full of crap? Probably not. That's what you're doing when you take the past with you and you expect those past experiences to come back to harm and haunt and hurt you again. Because they are, and you're like, man, what is that smell? I sense something's coming. And you're like, yeah, dude, I don't know if you realize this, but you're dragging a diaper full of crap around with you everywhere that you're going. That's where the smell is coming from. That's why it's so hard to walk. That's why you're not getting anywhere. So when we can let go of that and just, if you're having a hard time visualizing or letting things go, just imagine it's that. Because nobody wants that, but that's what it is. And just take off the past, like literally leave it in yesterday. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can do it right now in this minute. People like to compartmentalize their days. So they're trying to like achieve something or do something, and they don't have a perfect day, and so they mess up and they're like, yeah, whatever, I'll start again tomorrow. That ain't the way. It doesn't matter if you did something you didn't like 30 seconds ago. It doesn't mean that you need to repeat it again 30 seconds later. No, you can decide right now that you're not going to do that ever again. And then you take your power back because you made a decision, you made a choice. And when you choose and when you decide something and you say no, never again, that's it. That's how it was for me. I can be stubborn. The day that when I decided I was going to stop drinking alcohol, this is years ago now, I was like, no, I'm done with it. And it just didn't have the same appeal anymore. I was like, what, man, how did I even do that? And I mean, I used to drink back in the day. I did. And I enjoyed it. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't the thing anymore. So I'm not condemning that thing. But I'm saying when you make a decision and you know that I'm doing this because there's a reason, there's a purpose behind it. I'm doing it because I don't feel good anymore. I'm doing it because it's not doing the thing I used to do for me anymore. I'm doing it because it's not good for me. I'm doing it because I don't want to waste my life. Today, what you do is precious today. It's precious because you're exchanging a day of your life for it. You are exchanging a day of your life for what you choose to do in a day. And I was like, man, I would have days that I was hungover. I would plan around it. And I didn't drink very often, but probably once a month we would get together with the girls, had a night out, and I would plan for that. It's like, I got splurge night on Saturday, so certainly I'm not making any plans on Sunday. Why? Because I'm going to be in bed until whatever time, and I'm not going to feel good. And I can't believe I spent so many years doing that to myself, wasting my life. Why did I do that? Well, because I did it. That's the way that it was. I'm not going to hold anything about it or any negative feelings, but I'm certainly not going to drag that diaper around with me in the future, because that ain't me. And that wasn't me then. I was seeking something that I was temporarily feeling was filled during that time. That's what I was going after. But then how do you feel about that the next day? Because you're seeking something where it's not truly, right? Any enjoyment that you have in life, that comes from the divine. It doesn't matter where you got it from, baby. It doesn't matter where you got it from. It's from the divine. Joy comes from the divine. But here's the thing, when you seek it out of things like I used to do, out of alcohol or something like that, well, it's not there. I mean, it's present because it's there in everything, because everything is the spirit. Funny how they call alcohol the spirits. But how it's present in there, it's present really in anything. But what happens is you're seeking it from some substance because you're trying to escape something, even though you might say that you're not. But you're seeking it from some substance. Maybe you're just seeking fun. And the only thing that can actually bring you real fulfillment that is lasting and that is true and that is forever is connection with the divine. That's what brings a real happiness. That's what brings the true joy. And when you find it there, you're not going to want it in the other things, because you're going to know the true source. That's like going to the best ice cream store in the world and having it, and you're like, man, I don't know, I can't even describe this ice cream because it's the best thing I ever had. And then everywhere you go, you get the ice cream and you're like, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Yeah, it's ice cream. Yeah, I'm full. Or whatever, but yeah, it's just not the same. And there's nothing that's going to bring you that fulfillment. There's nothing other than the divine love. There's nothing. So if you've been drowning, just know that there is a purpose. There is a purpose in it. Because the purpose is to make you stronger. You know how long I held my breath for? 6 months. I mean, in this This is how long this process lasted, and it was just constant. I couldn't get that out of my mind. It wasn't like I was even calling it in or wanting it to be there. It's just I would close my eyes and go to meditate, and that's what would come up. And I couldn't get out of it, and I wasn't meant to get out of it. Because just like that duck, when you're dragging the crap around with you and you're flapping and you're flapping and you're flapping, well, it's making your wings stronger even though you're not moving anywhere. Just like when you're under the ocean, it's making you stronger. It's making those lungs work like they have never worked before. It's giving you a whole new world perspective. Have you ever seen the world from the bottom of the ocean? Well, maybe if you're a diver or something like this, but you know what I'm saying. It's giving you a different perspective about something, and it's going to drive you to compassion for other people, that when you see people suffering, you're like, man, I've been there, I get it. And I'm telling you, it's not going to last forever. There's a way out. You got to swim up to the top, but you're not going to swim up till you're ready. And the day that you're ready, not only are you going to be able to swim up, you're going to be able to swim out. You're going to be able to make it to the beach. And then after that, then you're going to go walking down the beach, and you're going to find the next thing. Maybe there's going to be a hammock. Maybe there's going to be a hut. Maybe there's going to be a city. Who knows what's going to be around there, but you're just going to go and you're going to find what the next thing is. But if you drag the ocean with you, oh man, it's going to be heavy. You're not even going to be able to take 2 steps out of the ocean. You're not going to be able to take it. You're not going to be able to move if you take that stuff with you. So if there's something that you need to let go of, I'm going to help you do that right now. You know what it is. Close your eyes. Unless you're driving, don't do that. Then come back and do this later. Close your eyes. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Okay, beautiful breaths. And I want you to imagine that as you're breathing this in, that this is the most beautiful air you've ever breathed in your life. It's sparkly, prismatic even, and it's just beautiful. Now I want you to find where you've been holding that thing. Where have you been holding it? Where's the heaviness? What part of your body is it in? Okay, what color is that thing? What color is it? It's just whatever pops in your mind, honey. Good, now let's let it go. So you're just going to drain that color out. Now you can drain this out of your mouth. You could drain it out of your hands. You could drain it out of your feet. You pick. And this might take a bit of time. And that's totally cool, man. Just keep breathing. And I want you to envision that color draining out of your body. But I want you to be so thankful for it, because it's love. It's love. It might not appear that way. But the reason why it is there is because you know that everything is made of love, and that there should have been love in that place instead. And that's why it's so painful. And that's why it hurts so much. That's why you've been holding on to it, but we're transmuting that now. So keep breathing. Love it for being there, because it's letting you know, I got your back. I'm protecting you. I love you. And we're safe to let it go. We're safe to let it go. I trust you. We're safe to let it go. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Two more big breaths. You got this. Let it all out. One more. You're going to let that last little bit go, all of it, right now. Ready? Let it all out. Okay. Now I want you to imagine this breathing in this beautiful bright white light. It's brilliant. It's bright white. You have access to this divine love. And you're breathing it into your body. It's the most purest, beautiful, divine white you've ever experienced. Breathe it in. It's warm. Oh yeah, it's compassionate. Oh, it has so much compassion for you. Oh, it accepts you. It accepts every little bit. It loves you so much. It loves you so much. This is divine love, baby. This is the good stuff. I want you to breathe in that breath of freedom and truth right now. Breathe in the breath of freedom and truth. Breathe it in. Notice how the air feels lighter, more crisp. You feel like you can actually take a deeper breath into your body. I want you to just sit in that feeling for a minute. Just be in it. But you have to put a little smile on your face. I don't care if you want to or not. Just do it. Because as you put that smile on your face, you'll notice that you lift higher, that you lift up, actually higher. You feel more pulled towards that light. Way up there, yep. Okay, then you can just start to bat those beautiful eyes of yours back open. The divine has got you, honey. The divine has got you. Why? Because you needed that right now and you just got it. Because the divine has got you. The divine knows what you need before you even know what you need. You are protected. You are safe. And there are people here on this planet who are here to help you through this spiritual process called life. They're here to help you with your soul's embodiment here in a body on this planet. And when we connect with those people, we feel a certain way, right? Our vibration changes. It resonates on a higher level than it did previously. And I want you to know that if you would only but believe in the love and in only the love, if you could leave that diaper all the way back there in the past and forget that you ever had it, and go forward here in the future with only divine love, knowing that you're divinely protected and guided, if you just listen to your intuition and trust yourself without any doubt, and if you speak those words that are loving words out of your mouth with conviction, everything changes in this exact same moment right now, forever, from here on out, forever and always. Because your words are so powerful. The ones you think, the ones you speak, the ones you take action on. The divine has got your back. I love you guys. This is the Real Healing Institute show. My name is Michelle Sinclair. Check out my daily podcasts. I got a series on here too on YouTube called the Mental Cleanse series. This is like it's like you'd be attending free group hypnotherapy sessions for all kinds of emotional traumas, wounds from the past, so that you can leave that diaper full of crap that's dragging you and weighing down like that duck in the past, because you don't need it. It's not helping you. You can check out my website, and if you want to join in on a daily circle where we channel amazing and transformative things like the little tale I just told you about the duck. I mean, that was one of probably, I don't know how many things we channeled tonight, but they were all equally hilarious. I mean, we were laughing our balls off. A fact, I don't have any balls, so I mean, I must have laughed them off. It happened. It was spectacular. You can follow us on the Cosmic Christ Force. It is me and my friend Alora that run these circles, and you can join our circle any day that you want through Zoom, except for Fridays, because we do that just live here in Sedona. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for all your loyalty and support. You guys are amazing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.